Thank you, Chris, and the Ballot Initiative Strategy Center for inviting me to speak with you all today. And thank you as well for your commitment to building power at the grassroots level. Ballot measures are an essential part of my theory of change. My first step into this realm was last year with Measure R and LA County. Me and a whole bunch of folks were sick and tired of watching the abuse and violence perpetuated in our jails by Sheriff Villanueva. He was filling the jails with folks who were chronically homeless, people who had issues with substance dependency, people who had mental health issues, and people who just couldn't afford bail. And he was accountable to no one. So we decided to hold him accountable. In less than 5 months, we collected nearly 250,000 signatures. That's over 100,000 more than we needed. But each signature was a chance to organize and educate our community about the issue and the power we, not some elected official, had to change. There was no waiting for politicians to act or watching special interests water down meaningful reforms, just the community coming together to demand change. We brought together a team led by Black women and made up of system-impacted folks who wanted to take policy into their own hands. And in March of 2020, we won with 73% of the vote. Our coalition of advocates transformed into Reform LA Jails, an organization in LA County that is continuing the fight. That was just the beginning. The summer uprising in response to the murder of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Tony McDade, and too many others made clear that our communities wanted transformative change. When we say defund the police, we mean it. We were tired of decades of tinkering around the edges, more body cameras, banning chokeholds. None of these things worked in the past, and they weren't going to work now. We wanted and need bold reimagining of real public safety that focuses on investing in health, environmental justice, housing justice, and all the other things that really keep us secure. Once again, we saw politicians unwilling to meet the moment. So in LA, we took things in our own hands. Justice LA, BLM LA, Reform LA Jails, and other community organizations came together to create and fight for Measure J. Measure J explicitly directed up to 10% or at least $500 million of discretionary spending to local communities and alternatives to incarceration. This money used to be poured into punishment. Measure J was our way of putting defund directly on the ballot. And once again, we won. This time with 57% of the vote. The lesson here is people-powered ballot measures tap into and amplify the power we have in the streets. They are a profound way to bring the movement into the halls of power. And right now, the movement is calling for defunding the police and reimagining public safety. How can you all use your expertise to meet their needs? Is it a ballot measure cutting police budgets or prohibiting cops in schools? Is it decriminalizing or legalizing the harm and violence that leads to the majority of arrests? Is it removing the need for a police force from the municipal charter itself? Be bold, be imaginative, but above all, tap into your communities in an intentional and meaningful way. Listen to what they want and help design campaigns that will achieve those goals and create sustainability in the long term. We'll all be better for it. Thank you all so much.